review that. Okay, so we are reviewing for the practice STAR. For the STAR test next Tuesday. So what do I need you to focus on till next Wednesday? Math and reading. You need to focus on those two things. And I don't know if I told you, but if you pass the test the first time in May, when they have the retest, if you passed it, you get to come in at noon. 2 days in a row. If you passed it, man, that would be motivation for me. That would be motivation right there for me. Man, I get to sleep in 2 mornings if I pass that math and reading test the first time. Yep. When I was in 8th grade, that would have been my motivation. If I wasn't motivated. And most of you are motivated to pass it anyway, but regardless of that. But there's some people in here that still are not motivated to pass it. I don't know why. I tried. The teachers have tried, but there it is. Okay, so here we go. First of all, on this first question, ignore what that says and give me the unit rate. Ignore what the question says, and I want the unit rate. Kathy's tree. Unit rate. Raise your hand when you know the unit rate. Up, 2 know it, 3 know it. Unit rate. Unit rate. What does that mean? Unit rate. Tell them what it means, you people that had your hand up. What does unit rate mean? Unit rate. Rate for 1. Rate for 1. Now, since it's proportional, you can do the slope, can't you? You could do the slope, rate of change. Since it's proportional, you can do that. What is it? 4. We weren't too confident. Where did they get 4 from? I did this. Since it was proportional, I did this. I looked at 4 and 1. 4 for what? 4 what for what? 1 what? 4 feet for 1 year. Okay? That's the unit rate. Does everybody understand how we got the unit rate now? Since it's proportional, you can do the slope. We could have, done the slope. We could have done the rate of change, changing y over changing x. Okay. Now, though, let's go ahead and read the question. What is the rate of growth for Kathy's tree every 9 months? Now they just want you to be able to read a graph. Go. Find how much it grew for 9 months. In 9 months' time. Guys, it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be taking you that long. What is it? 3 feet. Guys, this year is divided into how many sections? 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be 9 months right there, huh? So that is what? 3. So 3 feet per 9 months. Now that's not the unit rate. They just want us to be able to read a graph. Okay, look at the bottom. No, I'm sorry. Let's look over here first. Look right there. Looking at the table, guys, what am I thinking? Oh, that's the first thing that crossed my mind. But we got to find out if it's linear. How do I find out if it's linear? Yay. Well, no. No. Y divided by x to find out the constant proportionality, right? Yeah. Y over x. So, and you got to divide all of them. You got to divide all of them. Go. Okay, what'd you get? 6.5. So K is 6.5. So what do I know my equation's going to be? 5x. Because we already know we figured out that it's going to be linear. Okay? And we know that it went through 0, 0. Okay, and actually, we were finding out if it was proportional, if it had a constant proportionality. Logan, you know what? We could have gotten the change in Y over change in X to see if the rate of change was the same. You're right. That tells if it's linear. Okay? We already knew it went through 0, 0. If you didn't have that, then to find out if it was linear, you would just do the change in Y over change in X. So good. Okay? Now, so what was his hourly rate? $6.50 per hour. That's what he made per hour. Okay? Now, how do I know that a lot of people can't do that right there? Because it was on the practice test, almost identical to that. And boy, you should have seen the crazy work I saw. It was like you hadn't been in math class for 6 weeks doing slope. What is the slope? Everybody go write it. Since it's a table, I'm going to do change in Y over change in X. Look, write it down. Don't wait till after. Write it with me. I'm going to do change in Y over change in X. Which one's the X and which one's the Y? X is area, Y is cost. Because you don't want the square feet per dollar. You want the dollars per square feet. Correct? Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to get the change. Now this tells if it's linear or not. It doesn't tell if it's proportional. What we're doing tells if it's linear. Okay, so I'm going to get what? 5, and this is 100. So 5 over 100 equals, well, 1/20th, huh? Yeah, it'd be 0.05 if you did the decimal. But I know 5 goes into 120 times because I know 5 20s make 100. So I'm going to get that. Now, so we know that the rate of change is 1/20th, the slope. And it says, what does the slope represent? So 1 what? 1 what? What does the Y represent? What is Y? The dollars, huh? And what does the X represent? The square feet. So it's $1 per square feet. $1 per square feet. $1 per square feet. Does everybody get that? Okay. Now, if I'm going to write my equation, I'm going to write it in this form. So what is M? What is M? Yeah, it's a slope. What is the slope? 1/20x. Now, what does the B represent? Y-intercept. So let's go up here. There's 2 ways to get Y-intercept. You need to know both ways. You need to know both ways. Tell me one way. Somebody. You can go back. So we can, and sometimes this works easily, and it does on this. Sometimes it's not good. But I can go back 100 and get 0. Oh, good. Because the Y-intercept is 0 something. So if I go back 100 here, I got to go back 5 here, which will be to 35. So it's going to be plus 35. 35 would be the Y-intercept. Who knows the other way? 1/20 times, guys, y'all are just scaring me to death. We did this every time we did have an H chart, every single time. Y'all are scaring me. Oh, and I don't have time to review the easy stuff. 1/20 times 100, right? Because we know it's 1/20 times x. Here's my x. What is 1/20 times 100? 5. And then I got to decide, what am I adding to get to 40? 35. Now you remember that? But guys, Coach Ken and Miss Kent and I were talking here, and Miss O'Leary, here's the problem. If I remind you, oh, it's changing Y, we're changing X to get slope. Oh, you got to get, then y'all know, but on the STAR test, I can't remind you. And it seems like I'm having to remind you of too many things at this point. And at this point, you should be telling me everything. Everything. You know it if I give you a little hint, but I can't give you a hint on the test. Okay, look at the next one. Everybody look at the next one. That's Coach Odom. Everybody look at Coach Odom. Okay, we're finding the slope. We're finding the slope. So what am I going to go do? I'm going to go changing Y over changing X. Go. Do it. Changing Y over changing X. Okay, what's it going to be? 15. It's 15 over 1, which is 15. What does that represent? What does the slope represent? 15 what? Per hour. We've got to know what the slope represents. What if this one question keeps you from passing? Well, it's easy. You should get it right now, huh? Look how easy that is. Let's go see if that's proportional. So we know it's Y equals, everybody, 15x. Why didn't everybody know that? This is the third one we've done. Why didn't everybody know that? 15 is the slope. So we're going to put Y equals 15x. Now, we could count backwards and get to 0. Count backwards and get to 50. Awesome. So plus 50. Or we could look at our table and go 15 times 1 is, because it's 15x, 15 plus 50 is 65. Sometimes you have to subtract, guys. But on these two, we had to add. So is this proportional? Is this proportional? Yes. Why is it not proportional? How do you know it doesn't go through 0, 0? It has the plus 50. That plus 50 keeps it from being proportional. And if I went and divided all of these, I'm not going to get the same thing. If I divide 65 by 1, 80 by 2, 95 by 3, I'm not going to get a K. That's what we do to find out if it's proportional. Divide your Y by your X. Turn on the back. I'm going to read it. You're going to write down the answer. Do not say it out loud, please, until I tell you, I ask for it. The graph shows the height a plant grew for several weeks. What is the rate of growth for the plant in millimeters per week? Is it proportional? Yes. Why? Goes to the origin, and it's linear. And it's linear. It's got to be linear too, guys. It's got to be a straight line. So, to get per week, we could do rate of change. We could do rise over run, couldn't we, on this if we wanted? But it's easy. Right here, 1, go up. What is that? 150. So 150 millimeters per week. Good. So we know the equation would be y equals 150x. Awesome. Okay, the next one. Is that proportional? Yes, it is. So all we need to do is find k. Listen, guys. We could find k, or we could find the slope. They're all the same. Remember the unit rate, the slope, the constant proportionality, and the rate of change, all the same. Because it's proportional. So you can do anything you want to on that to find what k is, what m is. Okay? So you could come up here and write k equals y over x. And we could divide all these. 12 by 2, 18 by 3, 30 by 5. And you get what? 18 divided by 3, I'm just going to put that one, is 6. And then I can look at my graph, circle the 1, go up, go over, it's 6. So 6 feet per second. So y equals 6x. Awesome. Okay. No, hang on. Don't put it up yet. Look at this sheet. Guys, there's a good many of you that do not know how to get the y-intercept right here. Everybody look. Y-intercept. Somebody tell them how easy it is. Tori, tell them how easy to get the y-intercept on number 1. See where it crosses what? The y-axis. Everybody circle that point right there. That is the y-intercept. That is the y-intercept right there, where it crosses the y. A lot of you, not a lot, some did all this crazy work. Crazy work. I'm talking crazy stuff. And got the wrong answer. Look, all you do is circle that. That's the y-intercept. That's it. What is it? No. Isn't it 4? It's 4. Okay, so now what I want to do is get the slope. I'm going to go from that point to that point. Oh, is it positive or negative? It's negative. So I'm going to go over how many? -3, and I'm going to go up 1. So your slope is 1 over -3. Guys, too many of you are still not writing everything down. You're not writing things down. I don't know why and how to get you to do it. I don't know. So when I'm writing the equation, it's going to be y equals -1/3 x plus 4. There were some of you that didn't say anything. Do you see how we got that? Are you sure? Katie, everybody sees where we got the -1/3? That's the slope. Does everybody see where we got the +4? That's the y-intercept. Okay, look at number 2. What is the y-intercept? -3. Let's go do the slope. Is it positive or negative? Positive. I'm going to go over how many? 2. And I don't know why, but some of you do not want to write that down. I don't understand. I write everything down so I can check it. And then what's it doing? Going up 3. So what's your slope? 3 over 2. Rise over run. Right, say it. Rise over run. Slope is rise over run. And it's positive. Hey, we got a positive. So I want everybody to write your equation down, and then we're going to say it together. Go. Okay, what'd you get? Y equals. Just -3, not minus and -3, just -3. And if you put plus a -3, I'd count it right, but that's not the answer that's going to be over there, and I don't want you to get confused. It's just -3. So we get that? Or positive. Okay, look at number 3. What is the slope on number 3? Yay, it's undefined. So my equation is going to be, nope, x equals 2. Awesome. X equals 2. X equals 2. Why is it 2? It crosses the x-axis at point 2. Right there. It crosses. That's the x-intercept. Okay? Look at number 4. Okay, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the slope? No, what's the slope? 0. Awesome. The slope is 0. So what's your equation? Y equals. Good. Are there any questions on that? Put both of those in practice. And then your next clean page in your spiral. Right slope. This is what gives you if it's linear or not. The slope, the rate of change, tells you if it's linear. So on the next clean spot, we've already written this in the spiral before, but we're going to write it again. M equals change in over change in x. That's one way we can get it off of a table. We just worked on that. That's one way to get the slope. Change in y over the change in x. Or rise over run. We just worked on that. Rise over run. So change in y over change in x or rise over run. When would you use rise over run? When it's on a graph. You would use this if it's a chart, a table. Chart, graph. Or if I have 2 points, I would do what? y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Yeah, we worked on that. Subtracting your points. We're about to practice on it. So there's 3 ways to get slope, the rate of change, which tells you if it's linear. This tells you if it's linear. Or if it's linear, you know it has a slope, a rate of change. Okay, so let's go down here. We've already drawn this one time. I just want to draw it again. Are we good? Everybody got that? Okay. So, come over here. Draw me a horizontal line. What is the slope on a horizontal line? 0. So, the equation would be y equals whatever, wherever it crosses that y. True? Okay. If it goes, uh-oh, I hope, did y'all leave? No, it looks like you didn't. Let's do this then. Okay. If it's coming down, what do I know? The slope is negative. Slope is negative. If it's going up, positive slope. If it's coming straight down, y'all just told me, undefined. So your equation is x equals wherever it crosses the x-axis, right? We just did that. Guys, this might help you pass this one question, knowing the slope, how to do slope. Okay, now, come down here. And let's do these points. 0, 5, wait, negative 5, and 2, negative 3. So to get the slope, remember, I'm going to circle my y's. Circle my y's. They go on top. So what am I going to subtract? I can do that. What do y'all see? Yeah, just a minute. Whoa. We got to set it up first. You see how they got that? Negative 3 minus a negative 5. They started with negative 3. So what have I got to start with on the bottom? No, 2. If I start with negative 3, then on top, I got to start with 2 on bottom. And so now I'm going to keep change, and get 2 over 2, which is 1. So my equation is going to be y equals 1x. Do I need to put the 1 there? No, not really. 1 times x is x. Nope. Who knows the y-intercept just by looking at the coordinates? I do. Minus 5. Look, remember, this is the y. Write this up there. This is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0 something. That's the y-intercept. Guys, cats tomorrow. I'm going to practice on all this. Okay, close your spiral. Perfect time. Wildcat work, that 3rd page, unless you came to if you came to cats last week, then you already have it done.